Hello everybody! Happy Earth Day! Now you might be wondering, who is this strange lady showing up on my Facebook feed? My name is Charlotte. I work with the Wilderness Committee. I'm the Conservation and Policy Campaigner, and I work at Protecting Species at Risk in BC and Canada. And I want to show you what we got going on here today. So we've done a bit of a demonstration outside of Jonathan Wilkinson's office. Now we're asking him to stop Terminal 2. We're gonna get into what that means. But for right now, I just want to tell you that I'm on the unceded land of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations in North Vancouver. Jonathan Wilkinson is the Minister of Environment, the Federal Minister of Environment, and he is going to be making a decision about this project really soon. Now this project's going to have a number of different impacts, but I want to show you one of the ones it's going to have. They're going to have impacts on southern resident killer whales that you can see right here. So right now, I want to show you what it's like for southern resident killer whales to live in a safe habitat, and I'm going to show you how that sounds if they have a safe habitat. So you can hear that they're able to communicate to each other. There's no loud noises, and they can do their echolocation just fine. Okay, so I want to bring attention to all the species faced with extinction on Earth Day. So there's 1 million species at risk of extinction worldwide. And projects like Terminal 2 are the reason that it's this way. So we're bringing attention to stop this project. So let's get into it. What is Terminal 2? It's an expansion of an existing container terminal port on the Fraser Estuary in Delta, BC. So it's going to increase the capacity for container shipping by 50%. And they're doing this by flooding the estuary with cement, and they're creating an artificial island the size of 150 football fields large. That's crazy to think about. Okay, so the Fraser Estuary, as many of you probably know, is so important. So it's important globally. Migratory birds traveling all the way from Patagonia stop in the Fraser Estuary to refuel on their northern journey to Alaska. That's incredible. It's also, it feeds into the Fraser River, which is the largest and most productive river for sockeye salmon in the world. Also incredible. But there's other species that this project is going to impact. So the scientific review panel found that it's going to impact endangered southern resident killer whales, barn owls, chinook salmon, what else we got? Dungeness crab, and wetlands. It's also going to impact the cultural and heritage uses of many First Nations that rely on a healthy coastline. So I want to talk to you now about the vessel noise that's going to come from this project. So when you increase the capacity for container shipping by 50%, that means you either need 50% larger boats or 50% more boats. And that is devastating for endangered southern resident killer whales in the Salish Sea. So I'm going to play one more time a healthy Salish Sea sound for the killer whales. Okay, so you can see that they are able to communicate with each other. Now I want to play for you the sound of what happens when a container vessel moves in. That's really annoying to hear. It's super disturbing, and imagine like being exposed to that for long periods of time and not being able to escape that. That's the sound that the southern residents hear underwater when vessels pass by. So the noise of the vessel is the same frequency as the noise that killer whales use to communicate using echolocation. So what happens when this happens is a thing called acoustic masking. I'm sure you guys have been at construction sites and you're not even able to talk to your friend because the noise is too loud. So you just don't bother. That's kind of what happens with killer whales when vessels are around. They just can't hear each other. And I'm going to show you a sound of southern resident killer whales trying to communicate over a container vessel. calling. So you can hear them trying to communicate, but it's incredibly difficult. So this Earth Day, I just want to recognize the 1 million species facing extinction. And if we want to change course, we have to stop allowing disastrous, profit-driven projects like Terminal 2 from happening. And I want to ask you if this video inspired you to take action by clicking the link below and tell Minister Wilkinson to stop Terminal 2. Happy Earth Day, everyone. This one's for all the species at risk of extinction. Take care, you guys.